Good afternoon to all the viewers. Second game here, Bloomer Park in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Had an exciting first game. Bangladesh Tigers winning by 3 runs. Second game between the victorious team, Bangladesh Tigers. They will now face the Pakistan Greens. Pakistan Greens coming off of victory from last night against the USA Blues. So both these teams getting their win against the USA Blues, facing off each other. Crucial game for these two teams. There's a chance. Goes second ball, Iftikhar Ahmed. The half centurion from the last game, dismissed for 0. Try to pull that. Doesn't get any timing. Will be disappointed. Looked in a great touch in the first game, but now dismissed for duck. Great start for the Greens. Easy catch there for the captain, Najaf Shah. Was a short delivery. Tried to pull that, but got an edge, top edge, straight into the hands of the bowler. No runs on board, already a wicket down. The Tigers. Well balanced side, the Pakistan Greens have world-class bowlers in their lineup. Najaf Shah one, and then there's the great Asif. Big shout. Probably going down the leg side. He swings the ball into the right-handers. Let's take a look at the replay for this one. Yeah, that's clearly going down the leg side. Good decision by the umpire. Good start by Najaf. Bowling at a good pace. Getting a lot of swing into the right-hander. This is a crucial game for the two teams. Tigers against the Greens, locked at 4 and 5 spots. The winner of this game will probably make it through to the playoff, the semi-final. This one's a bouncer, missed by the keeper, given a wide. Varying his length there, Najaf. Keeping the batsman guessing. And another ball to go, the first over. Varying his lengths, Najaf, bowling short and at times bowling full, swinging in to trap that LBW. There you go, that was at full length. Set him up for that. Had been bowling short, but surprised the batsman there with that very full delivery. That's 2 wickets for him in the over. Great start for the Greens, 4 for 2 after first over. Great start for Pakistan Greens. Here, as we see, set him up with the shorter deliveries, but this one was full. Swinging in, went for a big drive, only to have his leg stump uprooted. Great start for Pakistan Greens, 4 for 2 after the first over. Dream start for them. Seen yesterday, they were defending only 126 against the star-studded USA Whites team. Both these new ball bowlers were at them. Showed a lot of maturity. The Whites played them out. Didn't score a lot of runs against these new ball bowlers, but it's 2 down already after the first over. 4 for 2. It'll be now Asif to share the new ball. It's bowled down the leg side. Signal wide by the umpire. Moving the ball away, Asif. Open the face of the bat. Guided towards third man for a single. Have Mr. Sundar joining me for the commentary.
Yeah, okay.
He's another well-known name in Michigan for cricket. Has a lot of experience under his belt. Has played in these grounds for several years.
Wow, that's a nice ball by Muhammad Asif.
He's shaping the ball away, getting a good bounce off this track. Sundar, what are your thoughts on the tournament so far?
It's been great. I've been watching all the games on ACN, and Akshay, you've been doing a fantastic job doing the live coverage for all of us. Those who are not able to be here physically, um, please log into, I mean, go to YouTube and look for ACN channel and watch the game live. Another ball, well played. Have you ever seen this kind of a bounce or ball racing from the good length when local bowlers bowl? Or is it something that international bowlers always do here?
I, I have seen some bowlers, but this kind of bounce, I mean, it's always tough for bowlers to extract bounce off of AstroTurf wickets. I think Asif is definitely a tall bowler, but he's got all the skills and experience. He's played at different levels, so using all his skill, I mean, getting a good carry through to the keeper from a good length. That's rare to see, and I think we're all lucky to see such bowling, in our local grounds here. This one again, as you can see, great carry through to the keeper. That ends the second over. Just 2 runs off it, 6 for 2 after 2 overs. So Najaf's back for his second over. He's picked up 2 wickets in his first over.
Wow, that's a good ball.
This one again was tailing in, bringing the ball back into the right-handers. I think he's got an inside edge there that saved him. Tall bowler Najaf Shah. Believe he's also played some first-class cricket back home in Pakistan.
And I like the way how he set up Iftikhar for cotton ball. And that was, I mean, Ifti has been the main guy for Bangladesh in this tournament, and you are mentally drained when your main man goes out, and I believe that's what is happening right now. I hope Bangladesh Tigers can spring back and put some total they can, like they did against the USA Blue. What do you think would be a good total against Team Pakistan?
They did play the first game here yesterday against the Whites. I think they posted 128. Oof, that was killer delivery. That one again bouncing off of that good length. But again, I think they scored 128 yesterday in their 20 overs. They got off to a good start, but lost a few wickets in the middle and could only put on 127 runs, 128 for the target. So this is an 18-over game. I think anything over 130 would be challenging.
Wow.
Getting that bounce again. I think defending those 128 also, both these new ball bowlers, they were unplayable. I think USA Whites showed some maturity. They only had 18 or 19 runs in the first 5 overs, but then capitalized after that. But they respected these world-class bowlers during their first spell.
Good shot for no run there.
He sets up well. He keeps bowling short and one odd delivery. He bowls full. That's how he got that bowled in the first over. This one's hooked
And it is a four.
over the fine leg boundary for 4 runs. Much needed boundary that for the Tigers.
Score is 12 at the end of 3 overs. Slightly overcast conditions here at Boomer Park. It'll be interesting to see how the Seamers are going to use it. Wow, that's a nicely set up.
He's bowling to his field. He's got a deep point and a deep third man. So bowl that short on the off stump, inviting the batsman to go over.
Just calling in his fielders and 5 steps in. Maybe he's just looking for the same shot from the batsman and trying to set him up for a catch. Let's see how this ball goes. Wow. How important it is for the infield to be telling and cheering their bowlers all the time when you know that you slightly have the upper hand during, I mean, got the early on wickets and what does it do to a batsman mentally when somebody is constantly chirping in or so, making the noise?
I think it's always takes the concentration off the batsman. Oh, he's trying to focus on what kind of delivery he's going to face the next ball. With all that chirping, it definitely for it phases his concentration off, and he's focusing on what's being said rather than focusing on watching the ball and watching the hand and all those kind of things.
Have you ever let something like that bother you? Have you ever felt that when you were playing?
I mean, I haven't played such a long innings, and fortunately, never came across scenarios where the fielders are chirping at me.
That's what he was trying to set it up for, but that's a good shot for a four.
Yeah, beautiful shot that, given a width on that occasion, freed his arms, hit it away for a boundary. That will definitely release some pressure of the batsman. Much needed boundary that. Fielder stops it right before the boundary. So signal leg pies. So Sundar, we've been watching Mohammad Asif since a long time.
Mhm.
Any memory you have of Mohammad Asif during his international playing days?
I can only remember the game where I think, if I'm correct, Irfan Pathan took an hat trick. Then Kamran Akmal was playing in mature innings where he had put on some runs on the board, and the second innings, Muhammad Asif was picking almost pretty much every Indian wicket, and that's one memory I could remember. It's really something to cherish that he's now a frequent visitor to Michigan. He's been here 2 or 3 times, and every year when we see him play here, he never um, fails to amaze anyone of us. He just brings in the highest quality of cricket to Michigan, and that is something we should all cherish and enjoy. What's your memory of Muhammad Asif?
I still remember that T20 World Cup, the first edition where India won. It was one game, believe it was the final, where he picks up 2 or 3 early wickets, gets 3 wickets, I believe. Bowled a great spell that day. It come a long way since that first edition of the T20 World Cup. Believe that was in 2009.
You mean the first one or
Yeah, the first edition of the T20 World Cup,
2007?
2007.
Yes, South Africa.
Correct. Yeah, yeah, that was start for bigger and better things to come. T20 cricket has taken over, and that's the most watched format of cricket these days.
I believe the next one is going to be the hundreds.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think so. The shorter and sweeter it is, people are going to like it. That's not the right shot to play when he's curving the ball away from you.
He's into his third over, Najaf Shah. He's going to bowl one more over, maybe another over from Asif, but they'll keep their wickets. They will get that bowler they can pick off from. Yeah, but I agree. I've been watching the 100 as well. The English Cricket Board, they keep innovating the game, bring new things into the game. Down the leg side, given wide. Yeah, the Tigers failed to play all their overs also in the last game.
With 18 overs, I believe we are almost playing an hundreds format here.
That's true. But I like the rules. 5 balls, and then some people having the option of bowling 10 balls continuously. That's again down the leg side,
So if
given
they're
wide.
bowling 10 balls continuously, is it going to be at the same end or they have to switch ends?
It's I think it's continuously 10 balls.
Mm-hmm.
They have an option to bowl 10 continuous balls. It's just like a 10 ball over.
Got it.
Yeah, so it changes a lot of strategies. Especially when someone like a Bumrah or an Archer have 20 balls to bowl the last death overs. It changes a lot of strategies.
And do they have anything like a power play?
I believe the first 25 balls are the power play.
You may have to call Shahid Bhatt to the media room and ask him if he's planning to have a Dynasty Cup Hunters edition.
Yeah, that's a great thought. Shahid Bhai is full of ideas, so interesting to see.
Wow, he got his head.
Straight into the fielder at gully that flew. Failed to latch on to that. Good effort though.
I believe the fielder is injured. He's calling in for a
Might have split his webbing or something.
substitute. Looks like a thumb.
Looks to be in some pain.
So the man who's working on the side screen is Shahid. He's the one who's organizing this tournament and always been a leader, leading all the activities from the front, whether it is working on the grounds or working on the mat or working on anything that you ask for. He always there to help you. It's a nice shot, well played, and it's boundary. Bloomer is one of the premium grounds in Michigan. There's a very fast outfield towards the pavilion, but towards the other end, it's up, of course, ball does slow a bit.
Yeah, Bloomer has always been one of the better grounds in Michigan. Always seen high scores here, but off late, probably this season, not seeing the usual scores, usual big scores that we are used to in Bloomer. That's the end of the third over from Najaf and end of 5 overs. It's 28 for 2.
The, the way Bangladesh started, I believe they are good. They try to somehow cope up with the run rate here. 5 overs, 28, not a bad score at all. If they haven't lost the early wickets, I believe it is a good total against bowling of this quality.
I agree. I think they've weathered the storm, Najaf and Asif storm. They were really bowling well, especially Najaf. Was swinging the ball a lot, and then with that pace. But Asif, I believe, is coming into his third over. No,
No, I don't think so. The captain is going to reserve him for towards the end or somewhere in the middle where he needs big wicket. I believe they are bringing in a spinner. trying to get some wickets here.
That also ends the power play, 5 over power play since it's a shortened game, 18 over game.
So I told you it's almost 100 here. Our power play is 30 balls instead of 25.
Field now spread out for the spinner. Deep square leg, mid wicket, long on, long off, and sweeper cover. Salman Nazar is the new bowler, left arm spinner, has represented the Canadian national team. Salman, another talented bowler. Starts off on target.
Salman bowled beautifully well against the USA Blues. His figures were 4 overs 17 for 2, and he picked the man Izarul Haq, and
Once hit inside out, over covers. Beautiful boundary. 4 runs. Shams also was critical in the first game here. That partnership along with Iftikhar helped them get to a decent score, showing his class again in this game against the Pakistan Greens. Seems like a drop chance.
looks like the keeper missed the catch. That's nicely cut for a 4. I think it went for 4.
He's
Beautiful
looking in
play.
good touch, Shams. 2 boundaries in his over now. Fielding has not been up to the mark. They dropped a couple of catches already in the sixth over. Could be another chance. Was in the gap. Take a quick single.
At this time, the projected score is 114. I think if Bangladesh can manage to get more or less the similar score they had against USA Blues, I think that would give a fighting chance for them. But you may never know. I've seen a lot of diversity of games with low targets, but bowlers doing the job instead of batsmen. And I've seen the teams win with low targets.
Yeah, both these teams winning against the USA Blues, both of them registering their only wins against the Blues. Both the games went on to be close encounters. The first game, the Tigers losing or winning just by 3 runs. The game last night, Pakistan Greens against the USA Blues, they were only chasing, I believe, 118. They got there in the 19th over. So, to add to your point, Sundar, I think there have been some low scoring encounters also this season. So, in this shortened game, 18 over game, I think anything over 125 would be a good challenge. The Tigers' fielding has been exceptional. They've been backing their bowlers, fielders, making some excellent runouts. It's a good shot over covers. They take 3 runs.
That's a nice shot. Well played. So, like I said, the other end is not as fast as the end towards the pavilion or the end where you are from where you are seeing the live telecast. So there is always a chances that you need to like have more power when you're trying to clear the boundary on the other end.
They've moved on to 42 within no time. Like we've spoken about, once they go through that fiery spell of new ball bowling, now it's easy to get runs against this team. Playing with great temperament, both these batsmen came in at a difficult situation, but stabilizing the innings.
So good comeback from the bowler. So Akshay, tell me more about ACN and nowadays see you more often doing a lot of live coverages.
Yeah, I mean, this started off as a hobby. Uh, Always wanted to show the games live. People, most of the people, living far off, many players, they've got their friends, family. They only go back home and tell them how they performed, but there's no way for their friends to see how they actually did in the field. So that's how we started off this as a hobby. But we've been studying things. We've been trying to learn new things. But this season, we've taken up this to another level with adding more cameras, adding replays, and adding more things. But we're still improving. There are more new things to come. So we always welcome feedback, though. We're not perfect. We're still learning, like I mentioned. So any feedback would be appreciated.
And if you have to do some level of coverage like how they do in not at the international level games, but um, say if you wanted to review a run out or review a catch or something, would you need what is that you would need? Is it doable with the setup that you are having right now?
Of course, yeah, it is doable. But as we know, in an international game, there's probably 75 to 100 people working on the broadcast. They have nowadays they have 60 cameras, covering through the field. But this field right now, it's just me, covering following the ball and then switching cameras and then doing commentary. So it is definitely doable with the equipment that we already have, but it's going to take more of manpower and additional cameras, I believe. But yeah, when I mentioned we are bringing in new things, all these things, we will eventually get them working.
So if you play two covers for single, so Akshay, I know that you had a raffle, or I think you have a prediction contest for the Champions Cup finals. Do you plan to have something similar like that for?
Yeah, Shahid Bhai is like we mentioned is a man of surprises.
That's a beautiful shot for a six. Wow, well played.
It's a powerful shot, flat one over the mid wicket boundary, 6 runs.
This is really impressive. Like that's a good comeback by Bangladesh Tigers. Remember, they've lost early wickets, lost two wickets in the first over, and Shams was seeing through both the international bowlers, Najaf and Mohammad Asif. Smart game.
Yeah, played with a lot of maturity.
Well played. It's a good call from the non-striker.
Yeah, called for it right away. Was on his skates, made it through easily. Brings up the 50 for the Tigers in the eighth over. Once again, we see great piece of running between the wickets.
That's what quick singles do to the opposition as well. Like you're putting a fielder on pressure. They're no, I've not seen much in the international level, but at a certain levels they do make mistakes, and as you see, they missed a run out chance here. It just puts the pressure.
We see a switch in the field.
Muhammad Asif coming in, and either. So one of the things that Domestic Cup has been always doing is play with 12. You can declare your 12 and your 12th man is the or you have the option to use a super sub. I've always felt that even in international levels we need to have such tool. It's going to bring more uh, value as a team, like to your team when you have a 12th player. You can pick a squad. You can have more balanced squad with one extra player.
I believe that rule was on at a certain point, but ICC decided to move away with it for some reason. But I think it makes sense in a tournament like this because there's multiple games that are going on. These teams, I think they play 3 games in a span of 2 days. That's again great running, getting 2 runs. So the team playing in the final, they'll have to play 5 games in the span of in the span of 3 days. So that takes a toll on your body, and that's where that extra fielder, always comes in. That's never easy. We got humid conditions here. There was some rain last night. I think humidity percentage is pretty high. Kudos to these guys, performing in this hot sun multiple days. And in spite of that, we see the levels of fitness they're showing. Quick singles and running onto the ball, and skill is one thing, and then keeping your fitness is another crucial thing.
You see the keeper talk after a long time.
Yeah, keeper, like you mentioned, is the key man behind getting your team going.
Can we expect you to have a stump mic in the future? This is something that
It's
you're
a
planning for.
great idea. We never thought about it, but yeah, it's a great idea. Hope we don't get unnecessary feed though.
That's always unavoidable, I think. But especially when the games are going close.
Yeah, I think one always remembers that battle between Rishabh Pant and Tim Payne during the Australia series.
Oh, we missed the catch again. I
Was
believe
that
it's a.
shoulder or?
No, it was from the glove.
Oh, it's given run, so it must have been the glove, correct? Yeah, I think we all remember that babysitting incident from the Australia tour.
That's a tour that most of the Indians would remember for their lifetime. Going to Australia and winning against Australia in a test game is something remarkable, and India has done it twice.
Yeah, the Indian team has gone a long way. Winning test matches away has always been one territory that's you know remained difficult. There's also an ongoing series against England. India also doing good that test match.
Speaking about India, how are the India Blues doing? Any idea on their games?
India Blues, unfortunately, I think they're having a hard time. Most of their squad being busy with the minor league games, having a tough time.
It's unfortunate that domestic and plastic action and the minor league is happening, but Tide Boy, who's running this tournament, has promised to not have the diversity cup during minor league so that we could expect more players come in and play who are currently busy with the minor league schedules.
The ball running towards us.
It's a four.
That'll be 4 runs down the leg side. Yeah, minor league has definitely come as a savior or maybe a boon for a lot of young talent. Cricketers now have a pathway to go to the next stage.
And moreover, it puts USA cricket on the map. It's now been minor league, and I believe there is a major league too. It's now been closely watched by many. I know.
It's a wild delivery. Given a no ball since it pitched outside the playing area, so there'll be a no ball followed by a free hit.
We have an excited dugout from the Bangladesh team. Hoping, okay, didn't use that well. free hit, but good comeback from the bowler.
It was a dart thrown at a pace. This could be a chance.
It fell short.
Or shot.
I always felt it as a crime if you're not putting the free hit ball away.
Yeah, it's sometimes batsmen try to hit the ball too hard. In the process, missing everything. Sundar, you've hit some free hit balls out of the park, haven't you?
Maybe a couple, not many. But I'm always looking forward to hit those free hits. Maybe that could be the reason for batsmen missing too, like not playing by the merit of the ball, just wanted to simply put it away.
Yeah, always important to hold your shape and hitting the ball.
10 over 66 for two.
Asif is now back in the field. I think his 2 overs they will remain crucial. I think 8 more overs to go in this first innings.
So far, it's been a fantastic show by these two batsmen. I believe they would start accelerating now. They wanted to get to a score of 120 and above. They have a fight here.
They get another 60 runs in the next 8 overs, and I think they would be really happy, especially after the start they got. That was bowled inside edge onto his stumps. Just as we spoke about how well they were doing, they lose a wicket. Unfortunate that he was trying to run that down towards the third man, but lost his off stump in the process. You look at the replay, was beaten. Maybe the ball keeping low there, but nonetheless, well played. Came in to bat in a difficult situation, but got them to a respectable position after 10 overs. Ali is a new man in. Important for them not to lose wickets in clusters here.
Remember, that's what happened for Bangladesh against USA Blues. If they got started and he was going well, he got out. They were just losing wickets in the regular interval, and especially after the 10th or 11th over, I believe. I hope they don't repeat it again. They don't redo their mistakes again.
Yeah, at one stage, they lost 5 wickets in the gap of 2 overs. First ball, he was trying to hit it out of the park, gets an edge through to the fine leg.
It's a beautiful shot for. Oh, that's for Mohammad Asif and one bounce foot.
Almost got his hands to that.
And remember, he's a tall man. He could not still reach it. I believe that was bat on the tire and also going towards well.
That ends the 11th over, 73 for 3.
Nicely stopped by the fielder. And the fielder reached it. Oh, it's just one shot.
Just falls short of the mid wicket fielder. We have the pleasure of the organizer, Mr. Shahid Ahmed, join us.
Boys, how are you? Doing well, Fat Boy. How are you? I'm not sure if you noticed this year Bloomer has been low scoring games. And, very rare to see low scoring games against big teams in Diversity Cup. So what's your thought on this?
You see, I, I should have thought twice before agreeing to come here. Sundar sitting here is not gonna have anything easy for me. I mean, Bloomer is a big field. I mean, people uh, trying to go for big hits, in T20, and they don't get it all the time. So think that could be one of the reasons. The similar big hit could be a boundary or a six in other fields, some fields.
Stripe, can you tell us a bit about Bloomer and the international cricketers who have visited Bloomer from your memory since the day one you started this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you asked this. The very first edition of Diversity Cup 2006, we were honored to have former captain of India, Mr. Azharuddin play for India Blues, and we had a test cricketer from Pakistan side, Mr. Rizwanul Zaman. They both featured in the first edition of Diversity Cup. Right here, Azharuddin, I remember he was in Chicago and he was concerned that, I did not do well in Chicago. I hope I will perform well here. So that was an honor for our tournament.
So this tournament has seen some big stars come and play in Michigan, and I could say that because of this tournament, a lot of local cricketers here were able to see international cricketers. That's been the level of this tournament since the day the inception. So we've been talking about hundreds. It's been played in England now, and today all the games have been curtailed to 18 hours due to the early sunset. We were just thinking, why not side by have a hundreds format from Global Sports?
This is Sharmaji's brain, and I tell him, your ITT experience is helping us here. There was a big situation we were in, major situation, and I'm not gonna reveal that as organizer, So, and I almost gave up on that challenge situation here, three games, and this guy never gives up. He will listen to everybody's problem and try to find a solution, and he that was he said, cut overs to 18 per inning for all three games, and that was a great suggestion. You know. So it was some logistic challenge that ended up curtailing the overs. And I'm glad we did this. I was getting little emotional and just tired of dealing with that situation.
So,
That's why
Shahid bhai, if I have to ask, what year of Diversity Cup is this 2021 edition?
Okay, you are okay. This is the 16th year.
16th year.
And that's fine. I mean, I'm just, yeah,
No,
16th.
I was leading to. I know it's been a long time since you've been doing this. I would like to know what's the success behind someone like you running this for 16 years. I mean, it's no easy task. I mean, 16 years and year after year you've been at it, and you've never disappointed the players coming in to play, the team showing up. What's the success behind your story?
I'm glad you asked this question, Akshay. And my answer to some of you guys who have been around for so long, I have always said I am an average person. All right. But I am very lucky to be surrounded with great people. So that is your answer. And I am very fortunate. There are people who are crazy like me as far as the cricket passion goes. But then there are people who are PhDs, who are IT experts, they are always available to help us in Diversity Cup and cricket, and I think that is the reason we have done so well.
Yeah, and it's always been an honor, to come watch these games, watch all these big stars. When in our dreams, Sundar, we would have thought, watching someone like Mohammad Asif, a legend like him, who was one of the best in his time. Watch him bowl and do commentary on someone like him. It's a great honor. I mean, thanks to someone like Mr. Shahid, helping us do all these things, see
And
world class cricket. Yeah.
yeah, and I like to, on these lines you just mentioned, I really want to thank the players and the team owners and their supporters. It's funny, they spend huge sums of money knowing that even if they win the tournament, they won't come even close to what they have spent. But majority of them say we play diversity cup for the pride, not for the prize. So yeah,
Yeah, it's one kind of a tournament, like for somebody who have played higher level of cricket back home, but they could not represent their country for some or other reason. But here, they get an opportunity to play. Uh, I wouldn't say not for the country, at least wear the country names and then play for the community. So it's a great feeling always to play for Bangladesh or Pakistan or India.
like one thing I wanna say is my wish
Hmm.
is that I will see an Indian star of this stature one day. Uh, I don't know. I hope it will happen sometime. I know, like the cricketers from India. I mean, they are almost like you know out of our reach. But even somebody retired, Harbhajan, somebody like who has recently retired. I hope one day they will come.
It's been our wish to. We would like to see some Indian stars come and play here, especially with this tournament now being looked by ICC and approved by USA Cricket. I don't think so. It should not be a problem for any of them to come in the future. And tell me about the moment when this was sanctioned by ICC and Mr. I'm sorry, I forgot the name by ICC.
Zahir.
Zahir Abbas came in to be the guest of honor for Domestic Cup 10th edition, I believe, or the 11th edition.
Yeah, it was 2016,
16, yes.
and we were like, wow. I mean, that was a real honor for Diversity Cup that sitting ICC president
Yes.
was the guest of honor for 2016 Diversity Cup, and thanks to Ben Kavanagh, who was the in charge of North America ICC at the time, he supported in sanctioning Diversity Cup in 2016. And we did not have any clue that ICC president will be attending the event as guest of honor. And I wanna give credit to my friend Sahir Abbas, who is the younger brother of Zahir Abbas. He facilitated, this. I was visiting, and I asked Sahir, "Can I meet Zahir bhai?" And he said, "Yeah, come." And I went there, and they offered me tea, and I said, "Zahir bhai, can you come?" Oh man, America, traveling to America, Shahid, no, I don't want to travel this far, but I will come.
Okay.
And the guy fulfilled his commitment.
It's really nice of him. It's a beautiful shot, and we have a fielder chasing it, and I think it went for a four. Beautiful.
Shahid bhai, I know there's a lot of things happening in the USA cricket world these days with the inception of minor league and all these tournaments now coming into picture. So, what do you see the path for youngsters and and for cricket in general in the America?
Akshay, great question. I'm glad you asked. You all know what we have gone through. You might know some. We struggled for 20 some years. Unfortunately, you know, there were a lot of issues, with our own national body. But ever since ICC really got involved, and we have this current body in place, I think we are heading in the right direction, especially with this ACE, American Cricket Enterprise, working with the USA Cricket Board. I think it's a very smart idea about minor league cricket, uh, especially granting teams to so many cities. I mean, this is not a country, it's a continent, So you really have to involve as many as you can. We clearly are, moving in the right direction. There's a lot of opportunity for, young upcoming cricketers and also the youth. I mean, few years back, you would see no hope for the youth, but now with current, activities, and also for women, I think lot of lot of cricketers can look forward to continue to play and hopefully one day have a future in it. So all in all, I mean, kudos to USA Cricket. We are heading in a great direction, and I hope it continues.
Nowadays, we have cricket in our backyard. Like, tell us about how difficult was it for you to play cricket in Michigan, maybe in the 90s and even slightly before that.
Yeah, right? I mean, there was no organized league in early 90s or before that in Michigan. I started playing club cricket in Michigan for Detroit Cricket Club. Nabil Ahmed was our club in charge. Moiz Bhai was also there, the captain. And we were playing in SOCA, Southern Ontario Cricket League. And we used to travel every week or every other week to Kitchener, Waterloo, to Sarnia. And until it was in what 2001 when I had the you know opportunity to bring Mr. Venkat Malia and Mr. Nabil Ahmed sit together and talk about creating our own league in Michigan and kudos to the seven members who met at Pushkin Gupta's apartment. I remember there were seven of us: Vasant, me, Pushkin Gupta, Shahryar,
Madhu.
Madhu, uh, and I hope that this history will be preserved somewhere. These were the seven people, who met, and I was kind of invited because I was the only club that was playing a regular league, organized league, and I said, let's do it. And Mister never looked back. I mean, look where we are: three divisions for T20, one division for F40,
More teams in F40.
80 teams. Amazing. I hope it continues. I know there is some recent, issues here and there, but that's always there. It's a part of life.
Growing up.
But amazing growth Mishka has seen, and I hope it continues.
Shailbhai, before you go, I'm gonna put you on the spot with one question. Who are you supporting?
He's
I
supporting
am
cricket.
supporting everyone. You know that, right? I'm glad there are some really strong teams here. I mean, you guys also know. I mean, so I'm very happy and honored. So many big name players are here, and I grateful to their management. And before I leave, I want to thank my committee, Anupam Sharma, and all the boys, all the umpires, all the scorer. And I also want to acknowledge American Cricket Network, for a great service. I still call it service because you know the value is priceless for what you are doing. And thank you for inviting me, Sundar
Thank you,
and
Shahid
Arshad.
Bhai. Pleasure having you here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
My
Great
pleasure.
words. We will bother you
Anytime.
later on.
Anytime.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
That was Mr. Shahid Ahmed, the organizer and the mind behind all these games that we've been fortunate enough to watch. In the meantime, we're done with 15 overs. The Tigers reaching 101 for four. Great comeback after a rough start they had beginning of the innings. Final 3 overs in their innings. They're all set to get that target of 125. Looks like another 24 runs from here would take them to around 125 runs, where I think that's the par, a minimum.
I believe that's a good score. And Bangladesh Tigers, they have some really good bowling in their playing 11 or playing 12. I believe they can fight it out like they did against USA Ball.
Yeah, final 3 overs. Asif has two, so he's going to bowl the 16th and the 18th. He's got a third man on the boundary, along with a sweeper on the offside, a long off, long on, and mid wicket. Has to bowl wide off, outside off stump with this field. Goes down the ground. This could be a chance. The fielder takes it straight into his hands.
Super.
At long off. That's experience for you. Bowling to his fields, picking up a crucial wicket.
I believe Najaf has one more over. He is going to bowl the 17th over.
17. Yep.
Sorry, the 18th over. Sorry, the 17th.
Yeah, that was a simple catch down the throat of long off. Beaten all ends up there. Rahat facing his first ball. So was another chance, fairly easy chance, but put down at long off, straight down his throat. Was planned perfectly, but fielder failed to execute that. Would have gotten 2 wickets in this over if the fielder hold on to that. It's a high risk shot that try to hit it towards the third man. There was a third man on the boundary. Wasn't sure that risk was needed for a single. That will run towards the third man boundary for 4 runs. Some lucky runs here. Went for a big heave, takes an outside edge through to the third man boundary for 4 runs. Move on to 110 for 5 at the 16 over mark with 2 overs to go. Cecil will bowl the 17th over. Go down the leg side. Oh, looks like that went between the batsman and his stumps. Beautifully played. Over, fine leg for another boundary. Pick that up beautifully. As a bold Fuller picked it right off his wickets. Then, of course, a boundary there. Picked it right off of his stumps. Beautifully played that. So, given a wide. 7 runs of this over so far. Just 3 balls done. Reach 117.
Good throw from the third man. Beautiful shot. Very well played for a four.
This is proving to be an expensive over. 11 runs of it. The 5 deliveries.
The ball's not going to travel as fast as it was doing the other end. Beautiful shot. It's a great team effort by Bangladesh team so far. All the batsmen chipping in and playing at almost 100 to 120 strike rate. The most important thing in their innings is that they're able to take the quick singles and rotate strike. Except for the first 5 overs, they were just they did really great. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they would be really happy with the runs they put on so far. 17 overs. If you have given them these runs at 17 overs, they would have gladly taken it. Remember, they were 4 for 2 in the first over.
Yeah, the first over was really an important over for Pakistan. They were able to pick the man in form for Bangladesh. I call him 50 car. He is because he always scores 50s. Most of the games I follow, I've seen him always score 50s. So I call him 50 car, not Iftikar.
That's a good name. Innovative name. Yeah, his 50 in the last game was crucial contribution for their win against the USA Blues. Najaf Shah is finishing off things, bowling the 18th over. surprising Asif didn't get to bowl or finish his spell. Quick two there, showing great fitness, playing back-to-back games. Never easy. Imrul has been batting for quite some time now. Scored most of his runs in form of singles, but still showing great fitness to get those quick two. Umpire needed to duck for that.
Beautiful throw, and they missed another run-out chance, I believe.
Direct hit would have gotten him there. Once again, you see the fitness levels of these guys. Two quick twos back to back. Final two deliveries of the innings.
Can you see a six? I think the batsman heard him. Oh, that's a brilliant catch.
Great catch that fielder at mid wicket ran in, covered the ground, and great hands to catch that.
Wow. I wonder what was flying that low.
See a series of fighter jets flying across.
Brilliant there.
They will push for a two.
I hope
That ends the innings. They end up at 130. The end of at the end of 18 overs. 131 would be the target for the Greens. Both the teams would be fairly happy.
I think that's a fighting total put by Bangladesh Tigers. 30 for 6.
Captain Najaf Shah looking very confident.
I heard from the Bangladesh dugout that this is almost going to be a virtual quarterfinals for them. Like the winners of this game is guaranteed a semi-final spot. Is that so?
Yeah, we've been discussing that. Let's look at the points table quickly. I think the teams are so as we see, Bangladesh Tigers are at number four and Pakistan Greens number three. So I believe the winner of this game is guaranteed to go through to the semi-final.
And Pakistan Green having a higher net run rate compared to Bangladesh Tigers. I believe that that would not come into play here because the winner is guaranteed a semi-final spot, and the loser of this game Just to wait for the other game results, I believe.
Currently, all the teams have played two games, and we see four teams tied on points at 2 points. Only net run rate separating them. So I believe the winner of this game is going to go through for sure. The loser will have to sit and pray and wait for other games because it would mostly come down to the net run rate. But this is going to be an exciting chase. We will be back to follow the chase in the next few minutes.
This 94% of people believe company culture is important to an organization's success.
Welcome back to the chase. Pakistan Greens chasing 132 in their allocated 18 overs. Winner of this game will go through to the semi-final.
Well done.
It's a beautiful shot over the square leg. Swept away for 4 runs by Awazia. Awazia and Umar, the two openers for the Greens. The captain Ghulam Afsar starting off the bowling. Didn't have a good time with the ball in the last game, but is a classy bowler. This one is hit over covers on the offside this time around. That will be a 6. Good start for the Greens. 12 already in the first 4 deliveries. 4 and a 6 consecutive boundaries. Attacking approach by Zia. Shortened his length this time around. So a good comeback by Ghulam after the 2 boundaries. That ends the over at 12 for no loss after the first over. It's a breakthrough taken at long on. The fielding has always been good for Bangladesh Greens. Much needed breakthrough that.
We just
Umar,
heard from the dugout that he plays for a team in the PSL. So this wicket means a lot to the Bangladeshi team.
that's bad news for the Greens. Watch him depart, but held on to that catch well. The fielder at long on.
I'm sorry, I thought the batsman who got out was Awais Zaya.
Yeah, Wazia is still at the crease. Scored two boundaries in the first over. I think both these players have been the key batsmen for the Greens.
Awais Zia has played PSL in Pakistan, and I think a couple of teams that he represented are Karachi Kings and Dhaka Gladiators.
Dhaka Gladiators, I believe, is a Bangladesh Premier League, right?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, PSL. They've been having some great standard of cricket. Some big names playing in that league. On the other end, Fahad Babar is another great talent. Hails from Chicago. Has represented the U.S. National team in several occasions. Game here against the USA Whites. These two batsmen were doing really good until Fahad Babar was dismissed. Then the wickets fell. We got Pale.
Umpire is not interested. Looks like the ball moving towards leg. Good solve by the fielder.
Yeah, they've been really good in the field, the Bangladeshi Tigers.
And they've been having the same energy like they had in the first game. So I think fitness has got to play a very important role here. Hi, Shaijo. Shaijo texting Akshay saying that my voice has been a little low. Hope you can hear us. Hear me.
Yeah, Mr. Shaiju has been covering the games over at Murphy Park in Pontiac.
Is there a way we can get him on call and ask him how is it going there? Is it possible on this?
He's probably gonna curse me out. He's probably busy with his game there. Yeah, but I think they're waiting on the second game. They're waiting on the teams to arrive. Only two games at Murphy Park. I think Asia United is going to play the USA Reds. That's another virtual quarterfinal game. The winner goes through to the semifinal.
Beautifully bowled by Gulam.
So the winner from here will also make it through to the semifinal. Similar story at Murphy Park. I think this game is going to be a tight one, though.
Well done by the keeper. The good appeal there. That was brilliant.
Yeah, got a lot of bounce on that occasion, Gulam.
Gulam's been captaining Bangladesh Tigers for the longest time I've known. Has seen ups and downs of this team. The very first time when they went to an Diversity Cup Finals was in 2013, I believe. They ended up being runner-up to World 11, Smart Choice World 11. Brilliant shot for six.
Anyways, yeah, showing his skill and great class. Hit down the ground all the way for a six. That's gone into the woods. Huge six.
And I believe Bangladesh Tigers won the year 2018 against India Blues. That was a very interesting game. And that year they had Syed Razi, another Bangladesh international cricketer, come in and play. He, along with Gulam, won the game towards the end, and it was the most prestigious moment for this team.
Fielder there retrieving the ball. That went a long way into the woods. Big boundaries here at Bloomer.
Beautiful shot.
Always very passionate. These bunch of youngsters from the Tigers. Tens Gulam's second over. 3 overs, it's 25 for 1. Wanted to go over mid wicket. Imrul has been bowling well right through this tournament. Left arm spinner. In the gap this time. Fielder giving a chase. Great over by Imrul. 4 runs conceded off that. 29 for 1 after 4 overs. We've been reminding our viewers there's a Bollywood event tonight in Sterling Heights. DJ Darak from New York will be here performing at Club 54 in Sterling Heights. Will be a fun night. Take this opportunity to go and have some fun tonight in Sterling Heights. Final over of the power play. It's 30 for 1 so far. Think wickets are going to be crucial.
After 5 overs, Bangladesh were at 28 for 2. I would say Pakistan Greens are on edge here. They are slightly in the upper hand.
Yeah, they were struggling in that first few overs, the Tigers. But I think this is a key partnership, Fahad Babar and Awezia. Good hustle by the fielder. Stops the single.
So far, it has been Awais, Fahad, Rizwan have been the top scorers for Pakistan. Once they get going, I'm sure Pakistan is sure to win.
I think there's going to be a twist in this game somewhere. This is a virtual playoff, just like a quarterfinal game. There will be some pressure. Never easy chasing, you know, when you know that you're going to go down if you don't win.
And this partnership is going to be very crucial for them since they are the top scorers for the Pakistan Greens. And Gulam knows this is a crucial partnership to break, and is trying to bring in some of the best bowlers to get this to break this partnership.
Shams, I believe, is a new bowler, had a good time with the bat. Will bring in that confidence from the first innings. He's also a good bowler, left arm spinner.
So that's Michigan weather for you, those who've been watching it. It's been an overcast in the morning, and now it's all sunny.
Yeah, things here change pretty fast.
People usually talk of London, but Michigan almost. That's a beautiful shot. Oh, it's a misjudged by the fielder, and it is a four.
I think he did a good thing there. He tried to go for the catch, but had to concede a boundary. Could have stayed back and let it bounce and stop the ball, but had to go for the catch there.
Speaking about Michigan, Akshay, do you know that Don Bradman had visited Michigan and he has played cricket here with the local team?
Wow, that's news to me.
Even I was surprised to hear that. It was during the time when Detroit was a major, still a major automotive hub. Like when Detroit was densely populated and there were cricket being played in Detroit. I'm not sure though which ground he played. I believe it must be one of those cricket grounds in Detroit. But
Yeah, Don Bradman is the supposed to be the pinnacle of this sport. Supposed to be the greatest batsman of all time. I wasn't sure on that news, but one thing I do know is that the first international game was played between the US and the Canadian teams.
yeah, and eventually people wanted to have a shorter form of cricket, chose baseball over shorter form of a game. They chose baseball over cricket because in those days it was played 6 days with a break in between, and that was too much to do. But I believe with the T20 format and if hundreds take, I mean, with the hundreds, I believe cricket can find its roads into all the homes in Michigan and make it another major American sport.
The Olympics going on now. Do you see a path for cricket to make into the Olympics in the future?
Um, I do so. They can adapt T20, or I was even thinking, why not have a six-a-side tournament? Those kind of things, which are going to be very short. It's going to be 1 day or 2 day event in Olympics. But a major event like Olympics, um, I don't see like a T20 format being played. We have our own T20 World Cups and stuff, so I only see it, and it's just my view. I only see it as a replica of the same.
They play soccer though at the Olympics, and it's I mean it takes the same time as as probably a T20 game for a full soccer game. T20 each innings is it's probably 90 minutes. But no, I think I stand corrected. The soccer game in all is 90 minutes, 45 minutes each half.
Yeah, that's why probably they should come up with the six-a-side or something for a beautiful shot, and it's okay. So that is why something like six-a-side would bring more fun, and maybe they can have not have a traditional cricket, have a bowling team and a batting team. Five people from the who can bat and five people who can bowl. And then wicketkeeper is just going to be wicketkeeper. I believe there are different boards trying to come up with new ways to fit cricket into Olympics, but they have to be more innovative than what we have right now.
The next Olympics is going to be here in the US. I believe LA will be hosting it.
The end of 7 overs, Pakistan are 52 for one. As long as they can keep this momentum going, uh, the game looks like it's on Pakistan green side.
Need about 80 runs in the next 11 overs. Just at about 7 runs an over. Should be a fairly easy ask, but you never know. Couple of wickets here can do anything. The previous game we saw they were cruising the USA Blues. They lost two quick wickets, and that changed the complexion of the game.
Speaking about Olympics, one other hurdle I see is with other Olympic sports, a lot of host nations they already have the facilities in some or the other form. Say for track and field or swimming or golf, they have the facility in their country. But for cricket, say like country like Russia or if it is Germany, and I think they have to make an dedicated cricket ground with the pitch and all the other things. So
Yeah, that's always a tough ask. Yeah, cricket is one game that depends a lot on the conditions. Unlike sports like soccer or field hockey or any other outdoor games, it depends a lot on the conditions and the wicket and those sort of things.
probably they can start with indoor cricket at the Olympics.
Yeah, indoor cricket is a good option. I mean, it's gaining popularity these days. Very popular in the Australian continent. Seems too easy right now. Both these batsmen look in complete control. It ends the eighth over, 59 for one.
Emerald has been going fantastic. Hasn't conceded the boundary yet.
Imrul is the key. Been the wicket taker for the Tigers. Masood is the new bowler. Another spinner.
I haven't seen our fast bowler come in yet.
Yeah, their strength has been spin.
Does it get easy for you when the, the the wicket has got nothing to offer, with especially concrete surfaces? The turn is predictable almost. So you just relying on bowling good length and let the batsman make the mistake.
I agree. I mean, once you get your eyes set and once you're used to a wicket, you're all set when playing on turf wickets because you're accustomed to the bounce.
It's running fast, a good effort by the fielder, stopping the boundary, but believe it's a wide. What's a leg by?
But most times, as we realize, the concrete underneath the turf is not always even. There are some stones or some kind of debris under the turf, which can cause uneven bounce.
Beautiful ball.
Was very close to his off stump.
Excellent
This is a
shot.
chance.
Is it going to be out? Oh my God! The
It's a
fielder dropped it.
costly miss.
Did he drop the game?
That was the breakthrough they were waiting for. Cannot miss catches.
Especially when you are having a low-scoring game, the margin of error should be very, very less, and this is going to be very, very costly for Bangladesh.
He made the ground, was under the ball, slipped through his hands. They've been good in the field, but that could be one of the costliest miss. Wicket here can open the doors. Captain putting in some words out from the dugout, telling his players only way they can give the Bangladesh team a chance is by gifting wickets.
So we have Mr. Anupam Sharma, the most trusted man of Shahid Ahmed, who's been organizing, helping Shahid Ahmed organize this tournament. Want to say hi to the audience? Hi guys. Lots of views I see, Akshay. It's looking like American Cricket Network's really getting views and subscribers. I already called Akshay very question. Yes, yes.
No, I mean, yeah, we're getting there, but oh, that's a
Beautiful
wicket.
catch. Okay.
Mr. Anupam Sharma turning out to be lucky for the Bangladesh Tigers. Much needed wicket for them. Trying to pull that over the fielder at fine leg, but found him. That's a big wicket.
And this
Away
is
Zia dismissed for 46.
and this is an important game because the winner definitely moves on to the next round. So we were just saying that Pant Babar and this batsman has been very crucial for Pakistan winning. Yeah, yeah. But it's a low scoring, well, relatively low scoring game, not an absolutely low scoring game. I mean, this game we used to see 200 runs every game, but something has changed this year, as actually you were saying in your commentary. I don't know if it's the pitch has maybe lost some of its pace and carry, but
Seems like it's gotten slow and low for some reason. But that makes the games more interesting for
I
people
mean, this
to.
used to be 180 was fast for here, but now you're right, 130 is 130 becomes challenging. It's been almost many moons we've seen the carpet before this. Yes, yes. That other than carpet is not looking like it's good. Yeah, we need to do some work during the off season. But that's a beautiful facility. We are fortunate to have it.
So Rizwan is the new man in. Rizwan Chima has opened the game a little bit. We'll have to see how the Tigers put the pressure up on the new batsman.
It's been 2 days of lots of cricket. We're down to the last three games.
Yeah, crucial games going on right now. This is a virtual quarterfinal and the game at Murphy Park.
Will also be a virtual
Yeah,
quarterfinal. Yes, yes.
Asia United playing USA Reds. That's also an interesting game.
It looks like outfield is finally now going to be fast for the last game. The sun's out and Bloomer can change very quickly. Uh, it's already fast and towards the pavilion, but as usual, it is slower on the other end. Yes, slower. I'm gonna call that. Where's the velodrome? Velodrome is that way. That way. So still the pavilion end is the velodrome end. Velodrome. Maybe the sledding hill end. There's a sledding hill. Actually, it's the due south end, right? It's due south. The pitch
I
is
I
absolutely
call it the far end and the near end to keep it simple.
I need to start giving some names. Maybe I will request the audience to comment on the ends, the bloomer ends. Let's see if we can get some interesting names.
That's a chance. Caught that on the second attempt. Fumbled that on the first attempt, but retrieved to catch that.
And that was hard and low. That was a
Yeah,
very
it
good full length dive to get to the ball.
was hit firmly. Was cut away. I believe it's Rizwan Chima departing the field. Yeah, one wicket brings two. This is the pressure of a must-win game. Rizwan Chima departing.
That is a crucial wicket. Rizwan obviously is a very experienced cricketer.
So you can see fumble there, but caught that in the second attempt. Big breakthrough there for the Tigers. We did comment that this is going to be not an easy chase. We're going to see some hiccups. 70 for 3 now in the 11th over. 62 runs more needed in 8 overs.
So it's going to be an exciting finish, one way or the other. Nail biter.
Yeah, we've had already had a great game, the first game. Second game also going down to the wire. Driven down the ground, getting off the mark, Salman. Fahad Babar holds the key, batting on 19. Getting a bad bounce there, the fielder. That's the end where the outfielder's a bit slow. Stops right before the boundary. Take 2 runs though.
Read the line early, got down low, and placed it to perfection. The water fielder there on short fine leg, but he beat him comfortably.
Yeah, that was risk free along the ground. The good talent, Mr. Fahad Babar, prospect for USA Cricket.
Another good shot. Sundar, I have to take a leave. We need to get the toss started for the other game, um, which has to start latest by 4:30. Okay, guys, you carry on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sharma and Sundar. So they were also the umpires for the next game, getting prepared for the third game here at Bloomer. Fortunately, we will not be covering the third game from Bloomer. This is turning out to be a great game. This just one run there. Could have been a chance. Good effort. Wheeler at covers. Diving effort that another beautiful sweep. That'll be another six. Looks like all the way for 6 runs. Fahad Babar showing all his class. Swept away for 6 runs. That one was a big over. 10 runs off that. 88 for 3 after 12. They need another 44 runs in 6 overs. Just at about 7 runs an over. Still a tight game. Good piece of running that. All is for two. They run for two. Make it through easily. Throw was off radar. Running is the key these last few overs. Once a big hit over the mid wicket fielder. 6 more runs. Fahad gets those boundaries required in the over. 9 runs off this over so far. Boundary required every over, which he gets with ease. Moves on to 42 now of 35 deliveries. He's the man for the Greens. Beautiful batting. Played with soft hands after that big hit over mid wicket, sensibly taking a single. Goes on to 98 now for the loss of 3 wickets in the 13th over. Does well the fielder to keep it down to 2 runs. Reach their team 100 with that 2 runs. 100 for 3 in 13 overs. 32 required of 5. Pulling the run rate down with that big over. 32 required of 30 deliveries. Captain now Gulam taking responsibility. One's cut away to deep point for single. Maybe they need to put pressure on the non-striker. Bowling him a few dot balls. That will be a boundary. Played beautifully over the extra covers. Salman now doing the scoring. dots to follow after that boundary. Uh, that- After that big over, they need a 24 of 4 overs just at a run a ball. As long as Fahad is there, it's going to be a walk in the park, I would say, for the Greens. So final 4 overs in this virtual quarterfinal game, Pakistan Greens against the Bangladesh Tigers. 24 required of 4 overs. That's 4 of the very first delivery. Cooked away. 4 runs. Tried the same shot. Try to go the same route. This time doesn't make contact. No run there. 20 runs more required. You only need 19 more runs in 21 deliveries. Another run added. To get two more runs over to mid wicket. You get 8 runs in that over. You need 16 more runs in 3 overs. 16 of 18. Imbrul is the new bowler. He's bowled well this inning so far. Conceded 16 runs in his 3 overs. Once cut straight to the fielder at point, no runs there. Need one tight over, maybe a wicket or maybe 2 wickets. Pull the game maybe towards the Tigers. It looks more and more like a Greens victory as of now, as of how it stands currently. This one's pulled away towards wide long on. It's good fielding. Only concedes 1 run. 15 runs required of 16 deliveries. Batsman shuffling in that instance, straight through the fielder at fine leg, went through his legs, conceded 2 runs there, could have stopped that. That's a driven down the ground towards long on for another single. Down the ground.
That's his 50.
That takes him over to his half century. Crucial knock. His knockout game gets to his half century in style. Fahad Babar. That should take the required runs to under 10 runs now.
They just need 6 runs to win in 13 balls. That's a very, very crucial knock from Fahad. He's just making sure his team crosses the line and gets qualified for the semifinals. Now, Bangladesh Tigers, probably they have to wait for the other results.
It's 5 runs more required in 2 overs. Will Fahad finish this off in style?
Just an announcement: the next game, USA Whites versus USA Blues. USA Blues won the toss and they chose to bat first. That brings the end of the game and brilliant innings from Fahad and Pakistan are qualified to play the semifinals tomorrow.
Yeah, brilliant knock by Fahad. This crucial game had to step up, being the experienced player, the main batsman in their lineup did step up, stayed there till the end, made sure he finishes it off for their team. Great victory for them. 2 wins in the last 2 games. They will carry the momentum into the semi-final.
Done.
So Pakistan Greens winning by 7 wickets. Look at the batting chart. Away Zia and Fahad Babar, that crucial partnership for the second wicket. Umer Farooq falling early, scoring only 1 run. Rizwan Chima coming and going, scoring only 1 run. But Salman Nazar and Fahad Babar making sure they take the team across. Bowling figures, everyone being expensive. Imrol, the left arm spinner, only bowler looked threatening, but the rest of them, everyone going over 8 runs per over. So let's take a look at the points table as of now. So Michigan Cheetahs leading the table with 2 victories in 2 games with a higher net run rate. USA Whites also with 2 victories, and Pakistan Greens with 4 points also, almost through or through to the semi-final. Asia United now will be in the 4th spot. So unless I think their game is on, So as of right now, as it stands, they are through to the semi-final. But if they win, they will confirm their spot. But even if they lose, no, but if USA Reds win, they will make it through to the quarters. So one team between Asia United, Bangladesh Tigers, and USA Reds will go through. It seems like Bangladesh Tigers would be out because Asia United and USA Reds are facing each other, and one of them will emerge as winners and will take the fourth spot. So that's it from the games here at Bloomer Park. There is another game that's gonna go on after this, but unfortunately, there will not be live coverage for that game. So until then, there's a live game, the crucial game, Asia United against USA Reds, that's being covered live from Murphy Park. You can switch over to that game and follow that game. That's also a virtual quarterfinal. That's all from here. Thank you. We will see you tomorrow with the semi-final coverage. Good night.